tactics. So I remember when I used to teach with Chuck Taylor, um, that he believed that all weapons were specialized weapons. He called them special weapons, but that's what he meant. They each were designed for a purpose, and in that niche for which they were designed, they were spectacular. Outside of that niche, they may or may not have worked, but that was more a matter of happenstance than design. For example, okay, yes, I do carry appendix, and I don't care if it pisses anybody off. The handgun, the pistol, okay, this is not an offensive weapon per se, although today, with the advances that we've made, particularly with the optics and enhanced ammunition and trigger upgrades and the skills that we've developed, we can push it into the offensive, preemptive role. But it's designed as a defensive weapon. It's designed to be carried on your person 24/7, 365. In the event that something unexpected happens, you have something with which to regain control of your environment. Okay, that's what it's for. And predominantly, the majority of self-defense shootings, they corroborate that perspective. We do have the outliers, especially in modern America, such as we saw with the Lakewood Church and so on, where you've got long shots against, active shooters and terrorists, and so that's part of the landscape today. And only an idiot would pretend that's not the case. Okay, but anyway, back to the point. All weapons are special weapons. Okay, we in America have the opportunity to have multiple tools for multiple situations. For example, I'm here in my gym. Okay, right behind the camera is a squat rack and a Smith machine. I use that for certain exercises. Behind me over here, I've got kettlebells and dumbbells and so on. I've got a leg extension, leg curl machine, ab machine. I've got a cable machine over here, and of course behind me is a treadmill and dipping bars and stuff. Each one of these pieces of equipment has a specific purpose for being in my gym. It's not just here because it's, what the hell, let's throw it in here. Okay, there are some pieces of equipment that are more versatile than others. Like for example, let's say everything was out of here except my squat rack and the Smith machine. Well, I wouldn't want that, but I could probably maintain a pretty strong physique and so on just using that piece of equipment. I wouldn't be happy with it. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't be able to do, but I'd manage. Okay, firearms are exactly the same way. All right, there's this mentality in America today. I don't know where it comes from. It's this scarcity mentality. If I could only have one gun, well, don't think like that. Okay, you've got various pairs of shoes. Some of you, I know, you have different cars. You have different timepieces and so on. All right, and you use the appropriate one for the appropriate situation. It's the same thing with firearms. Okay, so the reason I bring that up is because there is an area of study that I'm going to mess around with this a little bit this year. Okay, and it's this guy right here. Okay, now you'll remember at SHOT Show, I think was it Palmetto State and H&R and a few other people. They're kind of bringing back the Department of Energy, the DOE 9mm AR. I like that weapon. I went through a number of SMG classes back in the day as an operator slot guy with what was in essence a DOE 9mm because they couldn't spare MP5s to go to training because they were all operational. And so, I got pretty good at running these. And so I'm going to do a little bit of work with these this year because I think that there is a role for them. Okay, now, invariably, I say this, and there's going to be comments. Wow, I have a 300 blackout. I have this. I know. Look, I know. I have a 300 blackout. In fact, I've got three 300 blackouts. I'd have to count how many 5.56s I have. pistols, SPRs, you know, recce's, whatever. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. Okay, why? Because I spent my entire adult life either operationally in law enforcement or in the training industry and so on. So I've accumulated a bunch of stuff. Okay, whatever you have, I probably have one too. There is a time and a place for this guy right here. Okay, and you know, as we progress with these studies, we will get into what the applications are. Okay, now what I'm going to tell you is this. Okay, now that we have braces back and you know we sent King George packing, this opens up the door for these guys to be studied and examined and everything else again. Okay, now first of all, this is the one that I put together based on what I like. I like minimal braces, okay, as light as possible. I like Holosun optics. You know, I used a very minimal Magpul pistol grip. You know, wave out there to my buddy Dwayne at Magpul. Good guys, good people, good equipment. I don't remember where we sourced this upper. This is a regular 223 upper, but built up as a 9mm. I've got this muzzle brake on here. Now you'll notice it's kind of hand tight so that I can remove it, okay, and add something else in its place, okay. You know, this is just one of many, okay. There's you know, there's guys who say, well, I've got one of these MP5 quick on. That's cool, man. Whatever you like, it doesn't matter. Okay. I like flip up iron sights. I think this, and I'm going to call these an SMG. Okay. I don't like the term PCC, politically correct carbine. What? I don't like it, and I'm not going to use it. Okay. I don't have to. This is an SMG. It's a semi-auto SMG, but that's what it is. Okay. All SMGs are intended for CQB, close quarter battle, inside structures, and so on. And I think anything that is intended for CQB should have a light on it. Okay, now my pistol is not intended for CQB. I can use it in CQB, but you know what? I'm not one of those guys that can stick you know, a pistol with a spare magazine and a light and this and that in the waistband and go about my everyday. I've tried it, it's uncomfortable, so I don't do it. I do carry a small flashlight in case I need to, you know, get into the CQB realm. But anyway, on a weapon like this, there's absolutely no reason to not have one on board. Okay, all right. Now, you'll notice that this one is set up for Colt magazines. Now, yeah, these are, what are these? These are Duramag, okay? There's C products, there's Duramags, there's the Colt metal form, you know, up and down in price and everything else. I've had good luck with all of them. You know, I'd stay away from the cheap ones. I'm not going to mention names, but everybody knows who makes the shittiest magazines in the market. Don't buy those, okay? You know, an adapter from Han Precision. Now, what I like about the Han Precision adapter, hey, guys from Han Precision, is that I can take this upper off, remove this adapter, and I've got basically a lower receiver. I can run whatever I want in it, okay? It's super reliable. I really like it. Very easy to shoot. Now, where does this fit in, okay? All right, now, you know, guys will say, well, you know, people wear armor, so I have my 300 blackout, or I have my 5.56, or I have this, or I have that. I know all about armor. Okay, right over there, I've got a set of rifle plates. Okay, and those rifle plates, you can shoot at it with 308, and it's not going to go through. So your 5.56 and your 300 blackout, not going to work. Okay, so what we're talking about, I think, primarily is bypassing the armor, not trying to perforate the armor. Okay, bypass the armor by shooting what's exposed, primarily, you know, the face and head. This makes it really, really easy. Okay. The other issue is if you have non-combatant personnel in your house that are accustomed to running the AR-M4 system, this is really easy for them to pick up and use, whether they're, They're kids, women, elderly, what have you. This is a very, very easy weapon to deploy. It's considerably lighter than my 5.56 300 blackout versions. But anyway, this is it right here. We're going to be doing more work with it this year. I think this has a very important application in today's world. It doesn't replace the rifle. It doesn't replace the shotgun or the pistol. It is a different tool, like I discussed earlier today. Everything has its place, and this has a place, and we're going to be examining this place, this weapon's place this year. Okay? All right. Peace out.